Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where we have commercial demand. This is weird. Okay, so I guess we're going to put in some commercial. And realistically, we're just going to cover this entire area commercial, and this right here as well. The commercial will be a bit of a buffer zone here, and there we go. No more commercial demand. Now, if we're going to expand our residential, we should expand it in this region over here, I think.
Is that us? Well, what do you
That would probably be for the best.
that there's a lot of you out there who might need the use of the law accounting. But
Oh, more
that's
thunder
not
snow
legal
going on.
advice.
Okay.
That's life
That's exciting.
advice. In fact, we're legally
Yeah, I think we
barred from
definitely
providing
should
legal
expand
advice.
over in this
The
way.
law
How's our water situation looking?
officially unlicensed since
Not
2005.
amazing is the answer. We'll just extend this pipe down like so, and we'll just water this all up about like this.
I'm not sure how I can though, since I'm sitting in this booth all day. Maybe if there was a big
Okay,
chat room
there we
or
go.
a bunch of mirrors.
And we can, I suppose,
Van
put in
Hammerbeck,
water over
we
here
want you to
too.
trust us with your money, because it's with your money that we can
Technically,
make
this
you
is
more
slightly
money.
awkward,
How? It's not
but,
money business,
it's fine.
money business.
We'll just
You
do
give your
something
money to
along
us,
the
and
lines
we'll
of
grow with
that.
interest. That's the plan, at least.
Excellent.
Maybe that's too complicated.
So it looks like we have some
Imagine planting a
plowing
money tree in the
issues.
ground and
Let
watering
me
it.
just take a look at
Hold on.
where our
Imagine if you
plow
had a
depots
money
all
packet
are
and you fed it more
located.
money, and after digesting, it would.
Yeah, we've got
Okay.
some over in
You
that
wanna go money
area.
fishing, so you use a little money to catch a big
I feel
money.
like we could
You
use
know, just
another
come in
one
and
right
talk to
here.
us. We have even more metaphors that allow us to avoid saying what we really do with
And
your money.
probably
Van
one
Hammerbeck,
somewhere over
feed
here.
the money monster.
This is
Now that's
Cities
going to
Radio,
not
the
have
best music
actually that will
in
have
the
water,
universe.
but it's not going to have power. So we'll need to run a temporary power line over this way, kind of like that. Excellent. There come the snowplows. I was just waiting to see when that would happen. Excellent. So we have a small residential demand. We can expand our residential over in this region. Over here. Pretty much just like this. Excellent. Now that will get rid of that demand, and I want to check in on our traffic situation. Yep. I mean, at least they're using multiple lanes now. That's something, I guess. Then traffic backs up a little bit over here, but not too badly. We do have some backup from this. And I kind of want to remove this guy and replace it with one of these. So, to that end, let's just go ahead and do that right now. We'll get rid of everything right here. This is mostly going to be a situation where we have the highway going through, but we're going to have these one-ways, and they're going to come in over this way. I want to curve them in about like this, and in theory something kind of like this. There we go. And then this would come in like so. And then this would come in like so. And then we just have a quick connector through here. Just like that. In theory. So this is not a roundabout, and the reason I'm kind of moving away from these in some of these situations is because we have very few of these where there's actually a highway that's relatively equally traveled on both sides. So that's the reason why I'm moving a bit more towards junctions like these. Now, this is far less traveled. I'm going to experiment here, and I'm probably not going to like it. But I'm going to experiment with having stop signs in those 4 locations. Because I want traffic to be flowing primarily on the highways. For people turning here, that's causing some backup. Some slowdown here. But in theory, that's what this through lane is for. And they're just not really using that. I mean, overall, I think that's okay. Similarly, I mean, I don't feel like it's actually currently causing us issues. Let's see, we've already gone to something kind of similar like this. I mean, technically we could do that here. And not have this at all. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to get rid of this that I just put in. And go to the same system that we have up here. Which I feel like is far superior for this situation. So we connect this in like so. And then we put in on-ramps over here. Like this. And then up here, I believe we have connections through here. Yeah. So the connections are... Slope too steep. What? That's awkward. But that would work. There's a spot right there. Okay. Does this connect over here? No, it does not. That's fine. Okay. So, the benefit here is there's no cross-traffic. The downside is that there's no cross-traffic, so it's a little harder to turn around here. But this will cause, in theory, less backup. Now, this off-ramp is being heavily utilized for this. We may want to upgrade it to 2 lanes so that we have a lane going this way and a lane going this way. I don't think that will help that much, but it'll help some. So we do something like this. Yeah, having 2 lanes there actually helps quite a lot. Okay. So that's nice. It's people merging in up here that's causing this to back up. And there's not a lot we can do about that if they're just going to insist on using the 1 lane. And yeah, there's merging in happening here. Is this stop signed? What is happening here? It's not stop signed. Why are they just sitting there for so long? I guess because they're waiting for a spot to open up right here. Interesting. We may actually want to make this section over here, like from here onward, 1 way, going this way. So essentially it would be something like that. And that would hopefully allow more traffic through here. I mean, we've still got a pretty major traffic jam going on here. And this is a 1-way here. These guys are trying to go northward. I think a lot of this redirected when we changed this, and this may clean up. We'll have to see. But there's definitely a lot of demand for this cargo train terminal right here. and I'd kind of like to lessen that demand. So one thing I'm thinking about doing is putting in another cargo train terminal in this block, and hoping that it lessens some of the demand from this highway. So essentially, we would take these sections of train out, and we would put in a cargo train terminal right here. Or something like right here. And then the train would connect up over here and down over here. Of course, it's going to need power run to it. We have a power line right here, so that's easy enough. So something like that, and hopefully that pulls traffic that was using this off-ramp and coming over this way to instead use this off-ramp and come over this way. And it looks like that is indeed what is happening. That's great. It's drawing some amount of traffic from this, and that is absolutely necessary. By the way, in case you're wondering why we aren't doing much expansion, we don't have much demand, so that's the thing. We're waiting for demand and working on traffic in the meantime. So this up over here, it's not causing an issue, but we're probably going to end up addressing this situation. This over here is fine, I think. Or at least fine-ish. Fine adjacent. This is considerably less fine, and I'm going to get rid of this interchange right here. It's completely pointless to have an interchange there. And instead, we are going to run... Are these on the ground? These are on the ground. And that's okay. We're going to run them straight through. Oh, this goes down to ground level. We don't want that to happen. We want this to continue there, but we're going to run these through first. Slightly off. There we go. Excellent. And then highway straight on through. There we go. And then once again, we are going to do this same sort of scenario. That slope too steep. Okay, we're going to have to swing this one out a little further as well, because this needs to be even. That space already occupied, so we need to go there. Okay, there we go. So then that would, in theory, go there, and then that would connect in just like that. Okay, so there's that sorted. Now this situation here. The northbound highway is definitely the higher traffic highway. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this out too. I'm moving away from this style of interchange because it's just not super traffic efficient. So we're going to do something like that. And then we are going to connect over... We're going to reconnect this, first of all. We're going to take this section out. Like so. There we go. Bring this to right here. And then the same thing here. Bring that right there. Okay. And then we want to merge these together. Like this. This is a really awkward turn. And it's because we need to flip around this direction. That was something that we needed to do a while ago, but I just didn't get around to. So we're going to go ahead and do that now and just get this flipped. Something along the lines of this. We need to do the whole entire highway. Which, of course, also means we have to deal with these situations. Okay. It's going to be awkward, and it's going to take a little bit of time. As far as this goes, we can remove this whole interchange, actually. This is no longer going to be the case. We'll take that back to there. And this interchange is going to be a clone of this one down here. So this is going inward. So we're going to want to curve this and connect it in. I guess that'll do. And then we'll bring this in like that. And then we just craft ourselves a quick turnaround over here, like that. And kind of we need the same thing over here. But for now I'm going to leave this as is, because we have a lot of work to do over in this region here. So these are on-ramps. This one would need to be an off-ramp. That would get flipped around. This would then be an on-ramp. So then this would be an off-ramp, like so. This whole area is going to be slightly problematic. Actually, this directionality is fine. Okay. So these ramps would need to get flipped. This is just because I built it the wrong way a really long time ago. Okay, we can't upgrade this road because of the road underneath it. We'll just take that out quickly and do that, and then we can put the road right back in theory. Space already occupied. Hang on. What's going on here? Ah, there's a pillar right in the road. We'll get rid of that. And then this highway needs to come down basically like that. Excellent. This would be flipped around like so. These are going to come inward. This is all fine for now. We'll probably address this. Actually, it's not causing traffic issues. We'll leave it for right now. We'll probably address it in future, because that also solves this gap issue. But for right now, we of course need to flip those around. And then there's this situation, which is because we compressed it. So this needs to be going northward. These cannot be flipped because there's a pillar issue there. That is also a pillar on this side. Okay. So that would connect in like that.
It's Super Salmon Days down at Fish Brothers for a limited
And then
time
a pillar
bring
there,
any fish
like
and
so,
get a
and a
chilled
pillar
salmon on
there,
stream
like so.
free. You heard
Okay.
right. Bring in any fish and get a
So this, of
free
course,
chilled
needs to be
salmon
going
on stream.
southbound.
I mean any fish.
And then
Swordfish lying
that
around?
is an
Bring it
on-ramp.
in. Got a goldfish or
This would
sucker
need to be an
feeding?
off-ramp.
Bring it in. Got a
Okay.
fish that's been sitting in the sun
There we
for
go.
a few days? Bring
This would be an
it
on-ramp.
in.
This would be an
We'll throw it in
off-ramp.
with the rest of 'em. What we do with the fish is nobody's business but ours. Just enjoy
Okay.
your salmon $8.99 with our
So we're to
famous
this
salmon.
position now.
So, welcome on into Fish
These
Brothers
get
Seafood
flipped around.
Restaurant, where everything's a great catch. Except the shrimp.
Okay. All of this gets southbounded,
City's radio.
like so, and then these one-ways also get southbounded.
I get to sit in the studio for hours and hours listening to my favorite music
This
and
should
talking to
be
people that almost never
northbounded.
talk back.
There we go.
There's a window into another room where Alex sits and moves all the knobs. Hi,
Okay.
Alex.
I think we have that project completed. This is going to need to be addressed, but that is in the future that we will do that.
Our cars are more than just hunks of metal that take you from
Let's see here. We need to go up and over, like so. Fantastic. And now we, of course, need to finish this area. So we'll do something kind of like that. And then this would come in kind of like that. And that would come in kind of like that. Now, as far as an actual interchange here, like connections here, this is primarily used to go southbound, right? And in fact, this area did not get fully flipped. There we go. This is primarily used to go southbound, right? And a lot of that traffic comes in this way and wants to then go southbound. How do they do that right now? Well, right now they exit here and come over this way. And then they actually have to come all the way over here, and then they can merge on. That's really inefficient. I think having a connection here is a good idea in this case, because of the primary traffic flow. At the very least, we need some form of bypass, but we'll see how that ends up working out. So far, it's not looking so great, but a lot of this is redirected traffic. Once it gets through all of this, we'll see how it works with the proper levels of traffic. Like the normal levels of traffic. This situation here, this does not need to be an interchange. We're going to take this down to a simple on-ramp system. Okay, there we go, and don't need to be paused for this. We can just bring this straight in like that, and then this would be an on-ramp, off-ramp situation. So that would go on, this would go off, and then that slope too steep. But that's not. Okay, whatever. I'll take it. Is this going to be slope too steep? Yes, it is. But if we get rid of that section and just connect this in, that's still slope too steep, even going this way. But this works. You know what? Whatever. I'll accept it. So that should mean that southbound traffic here is a little bit more efficient. So that is great. Now, this hasn't cleaned up yet, and it may not for a while. It may not at all. Like I said, our primary traffic here wants to go southbound from westbound. Which for this intersection is quite difficult. I have a bit of an idea here. It's perhaps a dumb idea. Let's see how this goes. So here's the idea. We take this and curve it in like that. This gets taken out and we try to match this curve a little bit. Close enough. So essentially the highway connects over here. But then, if they want to go northbound, can we do any sort of a straight line connection here? Because, I mean, that would be fine to connect this over to here. Like that. If they want to go northbound, then there could be an exit perhaps over here. Like that. And then if they want to go this way, in theory, there could be something. This is disgusting looking. This is real disgusting looking. Now, as far as southbound to southbound goes, this isn't a good connection, actually. So, for southbound to southbound, we would want this to connect in basically straight. Kind of like this. This is gonna be a big mess. This is a terrible idea. And I kind of thought this would be a terrible idea. I'm gonna go ahead and say no on that one. And we're gonna give this a little bit more of a chance. Let me just rebuild this quickly. There we go, our hovering cars making their way back onto the highways. And it's going to take a while for this to all pathfind correctly and make their way through this. This is also less symmetrical than it was previously. And in fact, I'm going to take this out and make it a little bit more symmetrical by bringing this guy up to here and doing a bend kind of like... Ooh, I don't like that bend at all. Like, I wanted to do this exact bend. And that's not it. Okay. Maybe we need to bend it up this way a little bit? You know what? I'll make an easier bend. Something kind of like this, and something kind of like... It's really wanting to do that. This, but flipped around. Okay. And then I suppose we could have, in theory, something kind of like this? For a bypass to go southbound? I mean, that would definitely have to be at least a 2-lane. And then a similar one connecting in like that. It still looks disgusting. Yep, that definitely looks disgusting. And it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I'm going to have a slightly better idea for how I want to handle this. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.